Board will now come to order. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderwoman Tyus, Alderwoman Flowers, Alderman Bosley, Alderman Moore, Alderwoman Hubbard, Alderwoman Ingracia, Alderman Coulter, Alderman Conway, Alderman Ortman, Alderman Vollmer, Alderman Villa, Alderman Arnowitz, Alderwoman Murphy, Alderwoman Howard, Alderwoman Green, Alderwoman Behringer, Alderman Rhodey, Alderman Kennedy, Alderwoman Davis, Alderwoman Spencer, Alderman Fritsch, Alderman Boyd, Alderman Vaccaro, Alderman Ogilvy, Alderman Cone, Alderman Williamson, Alderman Carter, Alderwoman Cruzen, President Reed,
Here.
Alderwoman Tyus, Alderman Bosley, Alderman Moore, Alderwoman Hubbard, Alderman Conway, Alderman Rhodey, Alderman Kennedy, Alderwoman Davis, Alderman French, Alderman Ogilvy, Alderman Cone, Alderman Carter, Alderwoman Cruzen. 18 present.
Quorum being present, I'll ask everyone in the chambers and galleries who's able to stand to please rise for prayer. Giving all honor to God, Almighty God, source of all authority, we humbly ask guidance in our deliberations and wisdom in our conclusions. Amen. Introduction of honored guests. Any introduction of honored guests? Alderman from the 3rd. No. Alderman from the 9th.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members of the board, I'd like to have for my honored guest today, Martina Johnson from the St. Louis Association of Realtors.
Alderman from the 7th.
President of the board, I'm happy to have as my honored guest today, my friend and former law school classmate, Patrick Eckelkamp of Hush Blackwell.
Alderman from 26.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the board. I'd like to have as my honored guest today, Mary Warren Johnson, the former Comptroller of Vervis Jones and resident 26 Ward, and Mr. Charles Kirkwood, who's the developer in the community. Thank you.
Alderman from the 14th.
Good morning, Mr. President. Welcome back, esteemed colleagues. And I'd like to have for my special guest, Demetrius Alfred from Firefighters Local 73, and Clint from the Laborers Union.
Alderman from 22nd.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. President. As members of the board, I'd like to have Leroy Grant as my honored guest this morning.
Any further introductions? Any further introductions? Alderman from the 18th? Yeah. Alderman from the 10th, like to wrap us up.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the board. Today is April 18th. You have this day to get your taxes in today for you late payers. Hope everyone took care of that. And this is International Juggler Multitasker Day. This is a day we salute our office workers, our office staff. So everyone, please give our office staff a standing ovation because this is their day today.
Alderman from 18, you recognize on approval of the minutes.
Mr. President, members of the board, I move for approval of the March 4th and 11th minutes.
Moved by the Alderman from the 18th, entertain a second on the motion. Seconded by the Alderman from the 11th. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Report of city officials.
Report of city officials can be found in sections A, B, and C of the agenda and have been placed in all aldermen's mailboxes.
We dispense with line items 7 through 14. Perfection consent.
Board Bill 321, sponsored by Alderman Boyd, an ordinance approving a blighting study and a redevelopment plan for Nathaniel Rivers Place and containing a severability clause. Board Bill 300, sponsored by Alderwoman Davis, an ordinance recommended by the Board of Estimate and Apportionment, authorizing and directing the issuance and delivery of not to exceed $5,514,521 plus issuance cost principal amount of tax increment revenue notes for a 634 North Grand redevelopment project and containing a severability clause. Board Bill 306, sponsored by Alderman Ogilvy, an ordinance recommended by the Planning Commission to change the zoning of property from A single-family dwelling district to the J industrial district and to the F neighborhood commercial district for property at 7144 Rear Manchester and 7155 Lanham and containing an emergency clause. Board Bill 307, sponsored by Alderman Ogilvy, an ordinance recommended by the Planning Commission to change the zoning of property from a single-family dwelling district in the F neighborhood commercial district to the F neighborhood commercial district for property at 1300 through 22 Hampton containing an emergency clause. Board Bill 323, sponsored by Alderman Kotar, an ordinance approving a petition of an owner of certain real property to establish a 705 Olive Community Improvement District and containing an emergency clause and a severability clause. That's the extent of perfection consent.
Alderman from the 18th, you recognize on the motion for the perfection and consent calendar.
Mr. President, members of the board, I move for adoption of the perfection consent calendar.
Moved by Alderman from the 18th, entertain second on that motion. Seconded by Alderman from the 26th. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We will dispense with line items 16 through 19. Alderman from the 19th, Alderman from the 7th.
President, members of the board, I move to suspend the rules and move the following board bills from the perfection consent calendar to the third reading consent calendar. Board Bill 321, 300, 306, 307, and 323.
It's been moved by the Alderman from the 7th, seconded by the Alderman from the 9th. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderwoman Tyus, Alderwoman Flowers, Alderman Bosley, Alderman Moore, Alderwoman Hubbard, Alderwoman Ingracia, Alderman Coulter, Alderman Conway, Alderman Ortman, Alderman Vollmer, Alderman Villa, Alderman Arnowitz, Alderwoman Murphy, Alderwoman Howard, Alderwoman Green, Alderwoman Behringer, Alderman Rhodey, Alderman Kennedy, Alderwoman Davis, Alderwoman Spencer, Alderman French, Alderman Boyd, Alderman Vaccaro, Alderman Ogilvy, Alderman Cone, Alderman Williamson, Alderman Carter, Alderwoman Cruzen, President Reed,
Aye.
Alderwoman Tyus, Alderman Moore, Alderwoman Hubbard, Alderman French, Alderman Cone. 24 aye votes, no votes.
By your vote, you sustain the motion, Alderman from the 7th, and move the aforementioned bills to the third reading consent. Madam Clerk, please place the aforementioned bills at the tail end of the third reading consent calendar.
So noted.
We dispense with line items 16 through 19. Alderman from the 19th, you recognize on the motion for the courtesy resolution calendar.
Mr. President and members of the board, I'd like to make a motion to move the courtesy resolution calendar.
Been moved by the Alderman from the 19th, entertain the second on them. Seconded by the Alderman from the 13th. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, motion carries.
Thank you.
Alderman from the 18th.
I was standing to make the motion for the third reading consent.
Yeah, we're good. Madam Clerk, third reading consent.
Board Bills 321, 300, 306, 307, and 323.
Alderman, you recognize on the motion for the third reading consent calendar.
Mr. President, members of the board, I move for adoption of the third reading consent calendar.
Been moved by the Alderman from the 18th, seconded by the Alderman from the 22nd. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderwoman Tyus. Alderwoman Flowers. Alderman Bosley. Alderman Moore. Alderwoman Hubbard. Alderwoman Ingracia. Alderman Coulter. Alderman Conway. Alderman Ortman. Alderman Vollmer. Alderman Villa. Alderman Arnowitz. Alderwoman Murphy. Alderwoman Howard. Alderwoman Green. Alderwoman Behringer. Alderman Rhodey. Alderman Kennedy. Alderwoman Davis. Alderwoman Spencer. Alderman French. Alderman Boyd. Alderman Vaccaro. Alderman Ogilvy. Alderman Cone. Alderman Williamson. Alderman Carter. Alderwoman Cruzen. President Reed.
Aye.
Alderman Moore. Alderwoman Hubbard. Alderman Conway. Alderman French. Alderman Cone. 24 aye votes, no votes.
By a vote, you sustain the motion from the Alderman from the 18th and third read and finally pass the aforementioned bills. We dispense with line items 21 and 22, miscellaneous unfinished business.
We have none.
Report of enrollment.
Board Bills 321, 300, 306, 307, and 323.
All other business being suspended, the President shall in open session affix his signature hereto to the end that these may become law. Miscellaneous unfinished business.
We have none.
Announcements.
Tuesday, April the 19th, full board meeting, 10 a.m. in the chambers. That's the first meeting of the 2016-2017 session. That's the only meetings we have for the rest of the week.
Any further announcements? Any further announcements? Alderwoman from the 14th.
I'd like to welcome Clinton McBride from Labor's Local 1. I mistakenly forgot his last name before. Also, I'd like to announce that the 14th Ward, in cooperation with firefighters Local 73 and OpSpot Pets, is sponsoring a pet vaccination clinic on Saturday, April 26th, at the firefighters local union at Delore and Grabois from 9 to 12.
All right, thank you. Any further? Alderwoman from the 19th.
Mr. President and members of the board, I would like to ask for a special moment of silence for former State Senator Juanita Head Walton. Her services are this morning.
Please, could everyone in the chambers and the galleries who's able to stand, please stand and join us for a moment of silence. Thank you, Alderman. Any further announcements? Any further announcements? further announcements. Alderman from the 18th, you recognize on the motion to excuse.
Mr. President, members of the board, I move that the Alderman from the 4th, 5th, and 21st be excused for necessary absence.
Moved by the Alderman from the 18th, entertain a second on the motion. Seconded by the Alderman from the 12th. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Alderman from the 18th, you recognize on the motion to adjourn.
Mr. President, members of the board, I move that the board adjourn, sine die, until Tuesday, April 19th, 10 a.m.
It's been moved by the Alderman from the 18th. Entertain a second on that motion. Seconded by the Alderman from the 7th. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed. We adjourn, sine die.